The big news in the YNW Melly case is the government is seeking the death penalty. Listen, this isn't actually big news at all. It's actually very common and routine occurrence. When you are facing felony murder charges in Florida, the government can seek the death penalty, and at this stage of the lawsuit, the government by law has to give notice, and that's all they did. They took a piece of paper, said, we are seeking the death penalty, filed it with the court, giving notice. Expected. Really, the big development is the government was required to give a list of evidence and witnesses that they intend to rely on at trial. Some of the things that are on the list are what you'd expect. Interesting Instagram accounts, not from Melly's crew, but from another crew were on that list. And also they said that there's no confidential informants, so nobody is snitching in this case yet. Most interesting is the expert reports. They have submitted a long list of reports and experts for everything except for one thing, and that's bullet trajectory. They have not submitted a report or named an expert on the bullet trajectory. And if you guys remember my last video, I think one of the biggest weaknesses in this case is their theory of bullet trajectory because it doesn't add up. Racially profiled, very common scenario. Somebody calls in a crime, the police get a description of the suspect, and all of a sudden, every black person, every minority, every person wearing a hoodie is getting put up against the wall, just got profiled into an arrest. This is a big problem in minority communities. It leads to a lot of unnecessary arrests, a lot of unnecessary interaction with police. Myself, I go to the airport, I'm walking in there, I'm happy, I'm smiling. I go to the airport looking good. And when I see the TSA agent, we're smiling at each other. Everybody's in a good mood. We feel the vibes. Then, all of a sudden, I present my passport. Man looks down, sees the name Muhammad. The beat stops. Secondary screening every time for your boy. And the truth of the matter is, everybody every day racially profiles, connecting something to what a person looks like. Well, it's never going to stop. And what I'm suggesting at Lawyer for Workers, we need to start using racial profiling to our advantage. We minorities need to racially profile these white people. If you look at people in positions of power, all the politicians that screw us over, they always fit a certain profile. Old, rich, white, come from privilege. So let's racially profile them.